not attempt to adjust your dial, but it's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla, holla, these dollars, get it. Man, Murder Inc. Shout out to Ja. I know he's been in some wild stuff lately, but it is what it is. Welcome to App Stupid. This is our very special edition of playoff recap Sunday. We only do the pro show on Tuesday, but we had some things we wanted to kind of, throw out there and give our thoughts on. In the last segment, we talked some CJ Stroud. He puts the Texans on his back. That dude would not be denied. And then we gave you some upside to the Chargers. And why we did that, we did not want people to take away from the victory that CJ and the Texans were able to get yesterday. And that was the day game, the night game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was blockbuster. And first of all, I just want to say Derrick freaking Henry is a man amongst boys. We will get deeper into this when we get back from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. 2025, new album out on the streets. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in plain sight. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Hidden in Plain Sight, the feature track with Conway the Machine and Styles P, Big Wings, and Brick James. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in Plain Sight, in stores. A shout out to Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? I like it, Hidden in Plain Sight. That'd be crazy. So, the Baltimore Ravens, Derrick freaking Henry. Now, you got to put some respect on everybody's name because Lamar Superman Jackson, he did his damn thing against the Steelers. 16 of 21 for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is what we mean by efficiency. You don't have to sling the ball all around. When you start seeing that, you're starting to see a lot of quarterback stat stuff. You don't have to have the ball in the air for a majority of the game. The run sets up the pass. And when you start just becoming pass happy, you're one-dimensional, and then they figure out how to stop the pass, and now you can't get back to the run because there's a rhythm to football. But not only did Lamar have those 2 touchdowns, he also pulled it down and called his own number 15 times for 81 yards. My goodness. Those are Xbox numbers. You then couple that with Derrick freaking Henry, and this is an embarrassment of riches. For the Baltimore Ravens. Henry, 26 touches on 26 touches. Damn. 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 7 yards a carry. I ain't doing this. I'm not doing this. This dude had 186 yards by his damn self. He had more yards than the Chargers. Whole team. What? He had more yards rushing than the Chargers' entire team. This dude is living his PS5 best life. That's some Madden shit where you can just level a guy up to 100 to break every tackle and then have explosive breakaway speed. What? Come on. Oh my goodness. Derrick Henry had more yards. Like I said, he had more yards than the Chargers team put together. He had more yards rushing than damn near to the Texans. Any single rusher, not combined, any single rusher. My goodness. Anytime you got a QB that rushes for damn near 100 yards and a running back that puts up over 150 yards on his own, if I'm your opponent, I'm in for a long ass night. And I know Tomlin just had that look on his face like, there they go. There they go. Because Pittsburgh didn't do anything in the first quarter of that game. The first half of that game, Pittsburgh, they had good seats. The Pittsburgh Steelers had great seats to that game in the first half of that game because, my goodness, Baltimore was doing whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. And now the scary part is that most of the guys are healthy and some of the guys are even coming back. But I kept saying this during the season and covering the Baltimore Ravens is that Baltimore, they haven't figured out how to make it all work. And now Todd Monken has figured out how to make all of this shit work. And it looks really scary. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting a new rap album this month. Redman, Muddy Waters 2. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What's Hot, La 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 with Redman and Method Man, Don't You Miss, Ignorant, A Hood Star with Kid Capri, Faith Evans, Pop the Trunk, Ghetto Motivation, I love that record, Kush with Snoop Dogg, Goofy, 1 O'Clock, and many more. Redman, Muddy Waters 2, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Funk Dr. Spock. I love it. Muddy Waters 2. Like I said, it's a good album. Brick City. So, like I said, getting back to the subject at hand, just looking at last night, you can get caught up in the offensive fireworks of the Ravens. But the relentless pressure on defense, they kept breaking the pocket and sacking Russell Wilson. It was, like I said, at best, it could be described as a legalized, televised mugging. You can't beat an animal like that and not have charges pressed against you. I thought that Pittsburgh had a very stout O-line and that they could give this man some protection. At some point, he was just getting battered and bruised. Nomandi, Mobuki, he put on a show. That dude had 2 sacks on Russell and 3 tackles and 2 assisted tackles. Then you had Adolphe Owe, he himself, he was on that sack lunch, and he had 2 tackles. But the leader in that defense, safety, A.R. Darius, Washington, that dude was on a mission. 5 tackles, 2 assist tackles, just an absolute pummeling, a pummeling. And coming out of halftime, Russell Wilson basically told us all, kiss his ass. This is who I am. And to some degree, it used to be a stat out there where Russell Wilson was the best 3rd and 4th quarter quarterback in the NFL because that's when he starts making his big push. But when you have already built yourself a 21-point deficit and you can't stop the run, I don't care how good you are in those quarters, you're not going to win that game. You're not going to win any game where you're down 21 and you've got to fight as hard as you have to. Now, on that Baltimore side, those formations on 4th and 1 with Andrews under center, that was new. And it sent shockwaves through the league because if they are doing that to extend drives, they're going to choke out any team in the playoffs in pursuit of getting to New Orleans. Again, you have a tight end under center that is performing quarterback sneaks. This is totally new. This is totally new. And I guess Todd Monken took a look at the Penn State game when Penn State played Notre Dame, and he saw Tyler Warren get in there under center, and Tyler Warren was doing some of the same exact things. I was just like, nothing in football happens in a vacuum. But just looking at the way the Ravens executed that, I was like, whoa. I was like, oh my goodness. Again, Russell finally got his head out of his ass, and he threw for 2 touchdowns. But then, like I said, the damage had been done. The damage had been done. Also, is it just me, or do you feel like Baltimore was holding something back? Like, they didn't want to show you everything, as if to say, this is something totally different. And we're a different monster in the playoffs versus the regular season. I felt like that watching that. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Some of the formations and the schemes, like I said, it baffled the Pittsburgh Steelers. It baffled them to where they were just rendered helpless. Not only that, but the defense, it had them confused. And we still haven't seen Baltimore play four error-free quarters of football. They fill you out, and then they blow you out, and then somehow they take a quarter off. When they play 4 quarters of elite football, God help the opponents. God help the opponents. Oh my goodness. What they did to the Steelers, that was bad. That left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, especially people from the Steel City. And matter of fact, that's where I'm going right now. In the comments, get in the comments. If you are a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, how did you feel about last night? Get in the comments. This is Big Vern.